Hey there, Kipster. Today we are going to be starting to talk about plant and animal defenses. Now, at the end of this video, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil or a dry erase board and a marker to write on. So if you need that, go ahead and pause this and go and grab it now. Now, we are jumping right into, like I said, plant and animal defenses. And I'm so excited because today we are going to be talking about this animal right here. Do you know what this animal is? It's a turtle. It's a special kind of turtle. It's called a sea turtle. So we are going to be talking about the sea turtles at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center. Now, to get to the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, this is our school down here. Here's Kip. We would drive up for about an hour and we would be at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center right here. So we would have to get in the car, we would drive for an hour, and we would be there. Now, at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, there is this turtle. His name is Scoot the Sea Turtle. Now, Scoot lives at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center right now, but they want to be able to release Scoot into the wild. He's going to be released or let go back into the ocean. So let's talk about this vocabulary word right here, survive, because a lot of people are wondering, is Scoot going to be able to survive when they let him back in the ocean? I want you to take a minute and think about, if we're wondering if Scoot can survive when he goes back into the ocean, what do you think this word right here, survive, means? Think about it for a second. All right. The word survive means to stay alive. So people are wondering, when they release or let go Scoot back into the ocean in the wild, is he going to be able to survive or stay alive? So the big question we have is, what do animals like Scoot and plants need to survive? What do animals and plants need to survive? Now, I want you to take about 30 seconds and think, what do animals and plants need to survive? And if you have any ideas, you can jot them down on the piece of paper or dry erase board you got earlier. What do animals and plants need to do to survive? What do they need to survive? Think about that big question, and we are going to talk about that more as we go through this unit. If you had breathe air, drink water, or eat, you're right. Those are all things that plants and animals like us need to do to survive. If I held my breath for a really long time, I would probably pass out, right? You need air to survive. We have to drink water to survive, and we have to eat to survive. That same thing goes for plants and animals too. So I want you to think, what does this porcupine need to do to survive? You can either think about it or you can write down your answers. I want you to take 1 minute to think, what does that porcupine need to do to survive? All right, that was a little less than a minute, so if you need more time, pause this video and keep writing or thinking, what does the porcupine need to do to survive? Now, we are going to play a game. This is called the survival game. And after we play this, you're going to go into your classwork and you're going to write down some of your answers of the questions that I will ask you about this game. So here's where you need to be taking notes, recording what you learned during this time. So for round 1 and 2, I want you to just watch, and we're going to see which animals survive. While we're watching this, I want you to think, which living things survived, which things did not survive, and why did only some of the living things survive? So you're going to be thinking what survives and what does not, and why that is. So, like I said, you need your piece of paper, something to write with, and those listening ears on so we can get started. Now, in this first round, we have a plant, a snake, a fish, and a mountain lion. All right, so a mountain lion is kind of like a big cat that lives in the mountains. We have a fish, we have a snake, and a plant. Now, we are going to see what each of these animals get in order to survive. Now, the first thing that happens is that where all of these plants and animals lives, there's air. Even fish can breathe underwater. That's why they live underwater, because they can breathe underwater. So all living things get an air card. You can see there's air by the plant, by the fish, by the mountain lion, and by the snake. So all the living things got air. The next thing that happened is it rained. So the snake drank from a puddle. The fish and the mountain lion got water from the pond that the fish lives in, and the plant got water from the ground from its roots. So we've got the snake getting water from a puddle, the mountain lion and the fish getting water from the pond, and the plant getting water from the ground. Then the mountain lion was able to hunt a deer and get food. So there's its food down there. The mountain lion got some food. The snake was able to hunt a mouse rat. So there's the snake getting its food. Plants use sunlight to grow and make food. So all plants got some food. And last, the fish was able to find some insects to eat. So you guessed it, the fish gets some food. That ends round 1. So let's take a look. Did all of the living things get air, water, and food to survive? The plant has air, water, and food. The fish has air, water, and food. The snake has air, water, and food. And say it with me, the mountain lion has air, water, and food. So all 4 living things survived. All right, let's look at round 2. Are you guys ready? Here we go. All animals and plants live where there's air. Even the fish. Remember, the fish can take air from the water. So all things take what kind of card? An air card. Very good. Next, the mountain lion and snake drinks water from the stream. This plant gets water from its roots. And the fish eats some tiny fish. So the fish gets some food there. Sunlight is shining on the plant, and that's how plants get food. So the plant gets a food card. The fish got water in the pond, so the fish gets a water card. The snake ate a mouse, so the snake gets a food card. Now that ends round 2, sorry. So I want you to look. The plant got air, water, and food. The fish got air, water, and food. The snake got air, water, and food. But what did the mountain lion get? Only air and water. What is the mountain lion missing that it needs to survive? It's missing some food. So Let's think. Which living things survived? All the living things that got air, water, and food survived. So the plant, the fish, and the snake all survived. Which living things did not survive? Since the mountain lion didn't get any food, it didn't survive. So the mountain lion did not get all of its needs met, so it was not able to survive. Now, we are going to play one more time, round 3, and at the end of round 3, your job is to tell me which living things survived and which ones did not survive. Then you're going to head over to your classwork tab and you're going to record those answers so I can see that you're learning from home. So, all animals live where there's air. So all animals get an air card. The mountain lion hunted a raccoon and ate it. So we are going to give the mountain lion which kind of card? A food card. Very good. The fish got water in the pond. So the fish gets a water card. Then it rained. So the snake got water from a leaf. The plant's roots stretched to a wet part of the soil and got some water. And the mountain lion drank from the stream and got water. It was a little cloudy, but the sun was still shining through, so the plant also got food. The snakes found some slugs to eat, so the snake got food. And that ends round 3. So what I need you to do is write down which living things survived, which got all 3 of their needs met, and which living things did not survive. I'm going to give you a second to do that. All right, you should have written down which of these living things survived and which ones did not survive. I also want you to make a note of why anything that did not survive didn't survive. What need was missing? So here are your thinking questions again. Which living things survived? Which living things did not survive? And why did only some of the things survive? Now, you are going to log off of this video. You're going to head over to your Google Classroom, hit the classwork tab, and there is an assignment there where you can record your answers. Which of these living things survived? Which ones did not survive? And why didn't they survive? I can't wait to see your answers. See you next time.